To know how you make your dashboard look great in Notion, here comes the video. And good morning, this is Notion Brit aka Brit Malka here for once before I make all my daily tasks. So I'm going to show you how my dashboard looks when I'm just starting out. So here it is, I have my today's journal at the top, I have the daily tasks here, none of them are checked off. And then I have my task list down here for today's tasks. And then I have tomorrow, this week, and 2 more, which includes all tasks. But we won't go into those now. We'll just show you what I have planned here. And this is what I see when I come online. I start with my journal, which is here on my dashboard. And then I go over my tasks. And if I have something quick to do, I can add it down here. If there are any birthdays today, I will see it down here. So this gives me a nice overview. And today we're going to look at how you can make a similar dashboard for all your Notion databases and pages. If you take a look over here in the left-hand menu, you'll see I have a ton of favorites. It's a bit many, but at the moment I don't have filled out all my names of the daily tasks over here, which is why I've kept this daily task tracker inside my favorites, so I can easily go in and check it and change the names. I also have some other things I use frequently, daily in fact, so I've added them to the favorites. But down under private, where you normally have all your pages and databases, you only see dashboard, and you see one course that is made by another person. That's a course architect, because I also use that daily. I will later move it inside my second brain, but right now I use it just out here because that's easier, and Notion is all about making things easier and better for yourself. If I go one step further in here in the menu and open up this dashboard on my private area, then you can see several views beneath it and even this second brain down here. And if I scroll down on my dashboard, you can see the second brain in here. It's super easy to add a full database to your dashboard simply by dragging it and releasing. So I can add this course architect as well, and now it's inside. And you'll see it inside the open arrow up here, and now it's no longer visible inside this dashboard. So now I would need to go to my dashboard, scroll down, and then go to Course Architect to view this one. I have now switched to the common area we are making over here under Notion Brit. And as you can see, there's a mess here in the left-hand menu, and I don't like that. There's pages without icons and yeah, lots of mess. So let's clean that up. I'm going to do that by starting and making a new page, sorry about that, and I'm going to call it Dashboard. So I'm going to call it Dashboard. And then I'm going to add a nice icon so it will stand out. Let's see if they have something about dash. Well, not really. Dashboard, yes. I'm going to make it blue because I like the blue contrast with the black background. So there's my dashboard, and everything else is going to go inside this dashboard in a moment. So first I will move it to the top simply by clicking and dragging over here in the menu. So now it's at the top. And then I'm going to check some of these and delete them, like the getting started. I no longer need that one. Quick note, I will save. Personal home, it's here. Task list, oops, no, personal home is some that made by Notion. I'm going to delete that too. And new page test, delete, and the rest I'm going to keep. So now that I have my dashboard, the first thing I'm going to do is make it look a bit nicer. I'm not going to use any of these suggestions down here because I can find them all later. I can find them just by typing in the slash, as you may remember from one of my previous videos, and then I can go through the basic blocks and add whatever I want. So here at the top I want to add a line beneath the word dashboard just to make it look nice. So I'll type in DI for divider, and it comes up, and now I have this divider here. As you can tell, I can move it around if I need to by clicking these 6 dots up here. The next thing I'm going to do is to add the first thing I want to do every morning, and that is making a journal. And I've added this journal earlier from the templates down here, so you can simply do that, or you can get my journal, of course. I will leave a link to it on this dashboard. So if I want to add the journal, first I want to add a headline. So I'm going to give it one more space here. And then instead of just having a headline, I'm actually going to make this a toggle headline, because it will allow me to move away the journal when I'm not using it. So I'm going to add a toggle heading 1. So again I wrote slash TOG, and then I picked this one, and I'm going to call it daily journal, like this. And you can tell it's closed because the little arrow is pointing towards the word. And now I can open it by clicking the little arrow, and it will show an empty toggle. There's nothing inside here. Now I want to limit it. I don't want the whole journal inside this area. I only want the part I need to fill out. So to do that, let's just check what they have already. They have some views here, daily entries and all entries. So I'm going to add that as a linked view. So I'm going to click beneath the headline and inside the toggle, and then write the slash, and then link it. Here we go. Remember the ED for link, otherwise it will just find a link to a database, but not the linked view. And the view is how you see part of the database. So I'm going to add a linked view, and then I will find it over here or create one. Let's see what we have. Show 5 more. Here we have the journal. Let's see which journal entries it has. We want the daily entries. Here we go. And that's it. It already has it. So now I can just click outside, and now it has those daily views in here. And when I open up my dashboard, I can add a new one here. And I don't know if they made check fields, because I didn't make this journal, so I don't know it that well. But otherwise, normally you can check off what you have done, and then it will be removed from here. But let's just, before we go on, remove one thing, because up here I made my headline daily journal. I can close this away so it doesn't show up on the dashboard, but it still says journal down here. That is a bit redundant because we have it up here, so we know it's a journal. So you can remove that by clicking the 3 dots next to the word, and then hide database title. And you can do that with all view databases. So now it looks better. It still has the journal over here though, and I want to get rid of all the databases so that I only see dashboard over here. And to do that, I'm going to give it some more space again and another divider. So slash divider. Here we go. And then I'm going to make another toggle and then hide all the databases down here. So let's do a toggle. Toggle list or toggle headline, it's up to you. I think I'll take a toggle headline and then call this databases, because those are areas you don't need to look at daily. So I'm going to open the toggle and then click and drag the journal over here. So now it's hidden, you won't see it over here. So not just repeat all you've done so far, space. Let's add another area over here. They haven't made views for all of the databases over here, so I can't make, let's see, there should be one from reading list, but I will make some other ones and then pause this video for now and then show you what I've done. Okay, so I found that from the ones I've made using the templates down here, they had added views for the habit tracker and the reading database, the reading list. So I've added those the same way I did with the daily journal. And when I open this toggle, you can see this table view of the database. And the same thing with the reading today. And that may not be the optimal because this doesn't look that well. So I'm going to change the view of this. And you can see up here it says the table view of habits. And when I click on that, I can change it. I can use the edit view option and then go up here and change it. Now it's showing me the view options and it's still the table view of habits. So let's change that under layout. You can see it says table. So that's where we go. And now I can choose some other views. And I believe they use the gallery view. Yes. And now it's huge. So let's change that. We have the card size down here when I have gallery chosen. So let's go for small. And that looks much better already. We can do more about it though. We can change the card preview. Right now it's showing the page content. Let's take none. And now it only shows these. So let's see if they show the check boxes. Oop. I'm going to change the name. Habits. I'm just calling them. And no, they don't show the checkboxes. So we need to do some more changes. Let's go back into this and edit view. And then we have gallery selected. And we're going to change something more. So it's still on gallery, which is good. So I'm going to go one step back on layout. And then under properties, it shows only one, and that's a date. And we wanted to show more than that. We wanted to show the things I'm doing those dates. So up here you have what is already shown, and down here we have everything that is hidden. And let's see, we want to show them all. We want to show the progress, the journaling, running, 8 hours of sleep, and the meditation. I didn't change it for this January, it seems. Okay, so show all, or you can just click on and off one of the marks up here. Oops. Let's get them back. And now they're showing under habits in here in the dashboard. And I can hide them again. So this is my reading today finished list. It's viewing that. You can do the same changes to that. I won't go into it here, but you can simply click and edit view and then choose what kind of view you want. Under the layout here it's made as a list, which could be fine. If you have images of your books, you can use gallery and use that instead. And you can choose whatever you like in here under the layout. And if you want to choose what is shown, then remember it's under properties. And here we have them all shown except for completed. It's hidden. You can choose to show that too. And that's it. So we are almost done. We still have too much up here, so let's go back and fix that. So here I am on the dashboard, and down here I have the databases. So I'm going to move the rest down here. This is the how to use Notion page I made earlier. So you can click on everything you put down there and go into it. I'm going back to the dashboard. because we need one more thing, and that's a quick note. So perhaps you need that one directly on your dashboard, and you can simply click it and drag it to the dashboard. I want some space before that, so I'm going to click the plus once more, and then I have the quick note in here. When I use it, it will open up this page with the to-do lists and subpages, embed links, etc. So now I have a nice clean workspace in here. I only have the dashboard visible, and from the dashboard I can use all the tools I've added before. You can make it look a lot better if you change some of the things. Let's see if we can change this one. Yes, we can here. It bugged. Normally you can also mouse over. Today it worked. The other day it didn't work while I was recording the video. But if you select the text, any text, you get into this menu where you can change what type it is. You can add a link, a comment. You can make it bold, italic and underlined and strike through. You can add something as code, make a formula, and you can change the text color. This is something I like to do often. I will often have these headlines blue because I think it looks nice on this black background. You can also, for headlines, you can do that out here by clicking the 6 dots over here and then color. Let's pick the blue one here too, and now we have the same look. And finally the third one, color and blue. And I like how this looks. So this is my dashboard. Nice and orderly left menu over here. I am happy with this, and I hope you will be too when you set up your own dashboard like this.